No, you can see what happened. It's not the communities are not just the same community. We are talking about specific. I have mentioned specific.
But it's a polling unit where you don't have any polling unit allocated to any political party, isn't it?
Because they chased our people out of those communities.
Did you listen
our
to
people were injured, their houses vandalized and destroyed. Our people
I think we're not getting.
In the election.
We have to get this in sequence, because sometimes when we ask the question, a follow-up question from what you are alluding, you go into another one. You're saying that sometimes, or you just allege that the APC members or voters did not use the card readers, and we're asking, are there any polling unit allocated only to members of the APC? Because if you're talking about non-usage of card readers by APC members, if your voters also were in that polling unit, it then means that some of the votes recorded for you as PDP didn't also go through that process.
No, that is where maybe you're not getting me. I said
people
were chased out of those communities. Even our agents were not there. And when your agent is not there, how do you defend the process? How do you question the fact that the card reader was not being used? But like I have said,
if your agents were in there, a moment please, if your agents were in there, how did you get this information, and how convincing?
We have it from other sources. At the appropriate time, we are going to disclose it.
Why didn't your agents
go
to those places? Why didn't your agents go to those places?
Because they were chased out. I've been saying it. Some of them were kidnapped. Some of them were held in their houses not to leave their homes. PDP members were prevented from participating in the election.
Yet you are convinced.
They could do it.
Sorry, yet you are convinced that card readers were not used, even though your agents were not there and, you know, because nobody was there to.
Mark, I have told you we have the facts. We have other means of gathering this, so we were prepared. We had to make sure we have evidence to show when we go to a point that we are made to produce evidence to show that there was no election in Brass and in Nembe Assembly. I am a Nembe man and I will show you.
Okay, so would you also say then, would you say then that were you even hoping that anybody would vote for the APC, as it were?
Of course, you can see what happened in the Brass result. PDP was giving 0. The Brass result, PDP was giving 0. No votes. Is it possible now, in this nation, a state controlled by the PDP, the deputy speaker is from Akasa, where the votes were, the election was supposed to hold. They did not go to that place. They stayed in Brass and wrote the results.
But it would seem that that's exactly what you're
telling me the deputy speaker of the House of Assembly cannot have a vote. We were giving 0 votes.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I know that, you know, this matter will definitely be settled at the tribunal. But what I'm saying is, from the speech that you're giving or from your response, it would seem that you do not even think that anyone was going to vote for the APC as well.
No. Listen, in all the areas that we had genuine election, you can see that the APC had votes, minority votes. You can, even in the governor's local government, they had votes. It is very, very difficult to accept that in a local government, we run election, a particular party that won the previous election in those wards and units cannot score 1 vote. No, this is really serious.
Well, Mr. Obuebite, what would you say to those who are of the opinion that your party and the APC were involved in actions that threatened the process?
No, my party wasn't involved. Now, we even gave your people a video and pictures of what happened in Nembe and what happened at Apoy in Southern Nigeria, where the young
down now. Let me ask you this.
To campaign with them.
Well, let's get your impression. I mean, since you were involved in the election, the procedure that INEC introduced, how did it affect things in terms of being accredited and voting immediately?
Yes, why the INEC did that, our state agent informed us that all the political parties agreed because of what happened the last time, that in order to avoid this election going deep into the night and also avoid snatching of ballot electoral materials, that they should do accreditation and also vote. Now, that decision was a collective decision that affected all the parties. And as a party, we have gone into that, we have agreed, we cannot fault it. We cannot fault it. The APC agreed. Just like in all the local government, the APC agents signed all the results. It's only the PDP agents that we are not even allowed to participate even in the signing process of the results. You see, so we won in all the 8 local governments.
Well,
the process that was introduced was meant for all of us. It was not meant for a particular party.
What we want to get from you is that...
So what is novel, so we like it.
Now that you said that, yes, all the parties agreed to it, but there are lives who were lost, including agencies of government who unfortunately lost their lives. And then we're wondering, so if they brought in this process, which was supposed to ensure that things go on peacefully, how come, what kind of impact did the process have if people still died?
You see, that is why we are saying the APC was not prepared. They were not prepared for a free and fair election.
I'm not sure you got the question.
The last time, after hijacking all the materials,
Mr. Obuebite, I need to be sure if you understood what I asked. I'm asking that you said all the parties signed up to the new procedure that INEC brought, wherein you get registered, accredited, and then you vote immediately. That was to ensure that everything went on peacefully. But how come people still died? So did that agreement and that procedure that INEC introduced, because if other states want to adopt the same thing, they will look to Bayelsa and say, look, what advantage did they bring to the election? So that's what we want to find out. Were there any advantages with that process?
Yes, it brought advantage because the number of casualties that we have today would have been about 100% of what we have, because the APC was prepared just to use violence for this election. What happened, what the parties agreed, I believe, is what curtailed the number of casualties that we have, and also the cases of violence that we witnessed. The election that was conducted on Saturday, in all the areas, in all the local government that the proper thing was done, the election went on smoothly, except in these flashpoints, these particular areas that the APC needed desperately, especially Southern Niger and Nenwe Basandri and Ekerema, because the minister wanted to prove a point that that is his place, that is not even popular. He wants to make the world believe that he's popular. So that is why they have to do all those things in order to snatch ballot papers and change the order. But Bayelsa resisted them, and thank God for that. And that is why the casualty rate is low. And this innovation, I want to say it, I am giving credit to the INEC and all the political parties for accepting this innovation. If not, most of our people today would have been lying in the various mosques that we have in this state and the hospitals that we have in this state because of the grand plan of the APC. APC cannot win election in Bayelsa State.
Give us your recommendation. Could you give us your recommendation if we're to have peaceful elections in the future in Bayelsa State? Which key recommendation would you give such that there will be peace if we hold elections again?
Yes, I would recommend that the agencies responsible in ensuring security should make sure they do not play according to party lines. We may have a party at the center. Democracy, we believe, has come to stay in Nigeria. And for it to be firm and for it to grow, all agencies involved, not just the INEC cannot secure the voters. The security agencies are saddled with the responsibility of securing Nigerians during electioneering process. They should up their game and make sure they work as people who are paid with taxpayers' money of Nigeria, and they are serving us as a nation. And when they do that, I think these new innovations with this card reader that has given we Bayelsans this victory, with that card reader, they may have succeeded in submitting those written results. But the card reader has checked their SSCs, and that is why they cannot submit those results. That is why the areas they snatched the results, they snatched the materials and rigged, the people did not accept it.
All right, Mr. Obuebite.
They did the right thing by ensuring that they follow the process. But we are calling on the security agencies to also do it. I am not saying they did not try their best. They tried their best, but the circumstances surrounding what happened is something we are going to talk about after now.
All right, Jonathan Obuebite, we have to thank you for coming on the program today. Jonathan Obuebite is the Director of Publicity, Dixon's campaign organization in Bayelsa State. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go away.